Hey everybody, it's me, Ashley Brooke, and I wanted to hop on real fast and bring some awareness for you guys. So I'm doing this for autistic parents. I just want to go over just a couple of the challenging, some of the major challenging behaviors that they may encounter or may not know how to deal with. So I'm gonna just right off the bat, if you have an autistic child, just expect you're gonna be dealing with sleeping disorders. Now, sleeping disorders eventually will kind of go away on their own, but it's very real. And the more you try to touch them, try to soothe them, it's gonna actually stimulate them more because we're sensitive to stimulation, and it's gonna actually keep them up. So that's just a heads up, okay? Do not give them psych meds. Do not need psych meds for sleep. Okay. If you must, melatonin. Not to keep you not sleeping at all. Sorry. Let's see. I also want to go over meltdowns. Okay. First off, let's stop calling it a meltdown. I can't stand that. They told me that I had meltdowns all my childhood for sure, and I didn't think I was having a meltdown. I think that's very rude to tell me that I'm having a tantrum or a meltdown when I'm feeling physical pain. That's a problem with neurotypicals. They don't understand what's happening during a meltdown. Okay, and we're not in control of that because, like I said, it's very real. So I would like to suggest, do not call a meltdown. Sorry, guys. Do not call a meltdown. Don't call it a meltdown. Don't call it you're feeling the stimulation intensively, or you're sensitive to touch. Word it like that. You're sensitive to touch. You're sensitive to sound, or your sound's heightened, really, really, please, rethink the way you word things. It can be very emotionally abusive. I don't know what it is about adult neurotypicals, but they feel that they don't have to be sensitive or be respectful or be appropriate to a child's feelings. It's like they think that it doesn't count, and they think that they can just get away with it and say whatever the fuck they want. And it's really wrong. Shame on you guys, whoever is doing that. And if you're not doing that, well then it wasn't for you. But I've seen it. It's happened to me. So I know you guys are out there. So let's see what else. Let's see. Okay, hyperactiveness. Oh my god. So yes, that's another form. They'll be oh, they're having a meltdown. They're trying to run away and they're trying to When your child is being hyperactive, it's because they require physical, sensory input. So stop what you're doing. Engage your child. Swing dance with them. Give them push toys. Water censoring games really good for them. When my daughter's doing that in public and we're outside, she can take off running, I don't go and grab her. I don't go and freak her out and freak out the rest of the world. I let her go because that's why we're freaking out. It's because you are taking away all of our control, and we are already panicking. And then you, who doesn't understand what I'm feeling, is taking the little bit of control that I do have. So at that moment, the way I'm processing you is you're trying to, you're making me helpless, and and I have no defense. You're trying to take away all my control. So naturally, anybody would freak out. So let the child go, but be happy and don't get all stressed out. Just be like, hop, little bunny, hop, hop, hop. Come on, hop with me. Let's go, little bunny. Hop, hop, hop. Shake your little tail. And then you shake your little tail. You have to be silly. You really have to be silly. And it works with my daughter. It's worked with my son. And when I was younger, it would have worked with me, but my parents were too busy being, oh, people are watching, it's so stressful, you know. This fucking child, you know, that's their attitude they had towards me. And I felt it. You know, we're really sensitive and we feel what our parents feel. You know, so just try to replace, if they're being hyperactive, just remember they need a physical sensory input. So just do any activity to draw their attention that still is giving the physical input. They have to be like, you know, if you're Spanish, like the word ansias, they get like ansias, you know, like they just like, they gotta like grab it and touch it and like just give them something hyperactive to do, physically hyperactive to do. Just redirect it into another way. So my son, he used to like, when he was younger, he used to like gallop, like he'd stomp, and he looked like he was skipping, but he looked like you know, when a horse goes like, you know, he's like galloping. And we're in apartments and we do it everywhere. And I was like, I'm gonna teach him how to tap dance. Because it's the same kind of like he still gets to gallop, but I'm gonna teach him a skill, teach him how to tap dance, and he's gonna do this. He's either gonna learn how to tap dance and be like, man, he's probably going to be a tap dancer because he has happy feet, you know, or he's gonna become aware. It's gonna take a little time. He's gonna slowly process like, oh, I'm stomping on the ground. It makes it hard to get to him, and he can self-correct. You know, he can do it himself. Just help them become aware of it. Don't be like all mean and stuff like that. Yeah, so the hyperactiveness is just like, you just have to get some energy, you know, drink a Monster, a Rockstar, or whatever, and, you know, pretend you're a child again and play and be silly and hop and climb the slides with them and be, you know, they like swinging games, you know, or they'll do a little fake run and be like, oh, I fell down, and then just like slowly fall on the ground. They like that. What is it? Potato sack, you know, racing. They love that. They slowly stop to do those things ahead. So, anxiety. We get anxiety when people are being discriminatory to us, talking about us in front of us, and we get anxiety also when people are not like acknowledging us like people. Sometimes they really acknowledge us, especially when we're nonverbal. It's like talking about our behaviors, our you know, our challenges in front of us. They're not trying to engage or get to know us on a personal level. Maybe they don't know how, but you know, however, like that may be so, but they also didn't put any freaking effort to go and educate themselves either. So excuses. That's what I say. Okay. Repetitiveness. So a lot of us are repetitive, and I don't see a problem with that. My son does his little finger, like he goes like excited, he's like always doing that with his hands, and I also too, when I'm overwhelmed, I'm just like, I'm always moving my hands too, and it's like, if I'm comfortable being repetitive, mind your business. It got nothing to do with you, unless you're embarrassed in me. Okay? Well then, you should be embarrassed of yourself because you made me. I'm playing. So yeah, it describes their inadequacy, that they can't accept someone's difference. So if it doesn't bother the child, leave them alone. A lot of times repetitive behavior can help calm us down. Okay? Feeding. A lot of us have allergies, you guys. A lot of us have allergies to foods, and you guys are not aware that your child has an allergy. My son, when he was born, they kept giving him regular lactose formula, and he wasn't taking it, and he wasn't digesting it, and he wasn't wanting to take that milk. And he naturally knew, like, I can't take this. It must have made him feel sick, you know? And they kept trying to force it, and the nurses. My son today is allergic to so many things. It's like, oh my God, no wonder he wasn't taking that formula. So I want to say this. If the child doesn't want to eat certain things, find replacements. Mince the kale into the spaghetti sauce. Make a smoothie. You know, put probiotics in their drinks and their foods. Can't taste it. Fiber powder in their drinks. There's, you know, supplements. You can just do like the flavorless little powder vitamins. You know, you have to hide it though. They see it. They don't. And just slowly start to help them change their diet. Honestly, start it off with always eating healthy. I made a mistake before with Ozzy, and I kept giving him